Today we're diving into the only video you need to watch about the missed call text back feature, boasted in most CRMs and phone softwares. Ever missed a phone call from a client and thought, dang, there goes another opportunity? Well, not anymore. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how this feature can turn those missed calls into golden opportunities. Did you know? A survey by Twilio reported that 85% of customers prefer to receive a text message over a phone call or email. According to a Deloitte study, businesses that utilize automated communication systems, such as a missed call text back feature, experience a 45% increase in customer retention rates. Alright, so here's what we're going to cover today. First, we'll break down what the missed call text back feature is and what it's all about, and why it's a game changer for your business. Then, we'll dive into a step-by-step guide on setting it up and using it like a pro. We chat about the awesome benefits, but we also won't shy away from the cons either. Gotta keep it real with business owners. We also cover the costs involved, show you some epic real world examples, and sprinkle in some tips and tricks to get the most out of it. Finally, we wrap things up with a quick troubleshooting guide and point you to some additional resources you should check out. Let's get into the nuts and bolts of the missed call text back feature. In a nutshell, this nifty feature automatically sends a text message to any customer who calls you and doesn't get an answer. Imagine this: a potential client calls and you're tied up in a meeting. Instead of missing out on a potential customer, they instantly receive a friendly text saying that you get back to them as soon as possible. And it's like having a virtual assistant working 24/7, making sure that no leads slip through the cracks. It keeps the conversation going, showing the clients that you care, ultimately boosts your customer engagement. Cool, right? Let's walk you through a step-by-step basic setup process. First, log into your CRM or software provider and navigate to the settings menu where you find the missed call text back feature. You click on it to start the setup process, and then you begin by customizing your message. Keep it short and sweet. Something like, hey, sorry we missed your call. We will get back to you ASAP, etc. Next, you configure the conditions for sending the text, like whether it should go out immediately or after a certain period. Then you hit save, and then you're all set. For example, I'll show you how to do this in more detail using our software, and you can follow along easily if you do use our software, and you can get a general picture of how it should work. If you would like us to set it up for you, you can find more information in the description to get in touch with us. So this is what the dashboard looks like. I'm going to jump right in and demonstrate to you how the missed call text back feature works. Over here, when you sign in, this is the page you see, and then as you hop in here, the way we set up missed call text back is you get assigned a phone number that ties with your account, and we set up everything in the workflow in your account ready to go really quickly. Then for text and SMS marketing, when a customer messages you, we have triggers that if a customer replies with a certain phrase, we can add context and send follow-up SMS that engages with the customer immediately without any input from your part. It all runs automatically with the automations and AI systems that we have already installed in the software. In Barron to Busy Systems, we have multiple workflows when there's a missed call, when there's a text message from a customer, or if you're running specific promotions, a customer can text specific words that will trigger. For example, this is when a missed call is sent, a text message will be sent to the missed number. So for example, and then if you have assigned users, it will get assigned to the user of that account to get a task list. You get notified as a wait step, and then there's note, and then you get specific text the response to them, like, hey, we missed your call, we'll get back to you shortly, feel free to text us back. And then follow up again to a specific message. This all can be customized and changed in your workflow and whatever message is specific to your business. So yeah, that's the missed call text back feature in a nutshell. This is one more basic automations that we have. We have a more advanced missed call text back feature where it can identify whether it's a previous customer or a new customer. So in the case of this one, same thing happens, and the system checks whether the phone number that is miscalled your number whether it is actually already in the system. And once it detects that if it's already in the system, it has a name, it will send a personalized message with their name on it. And if the number is not recognized by our system, it goes into a separate workflow where you get a non-personalized message. And this all complies with texting rules, so the customer can opt out, stop anytime, and get removed from the system. That's the missed call text back system. Really quick overview. And that's just one of the few systems that we have in place for you when you do sign up for Baron to Busy Systems. We have webinars, onboardings, review requests. If they opt into a specific offer, we can set specific texts and emails for that. Holiday messages, you name it, we got it. Now let's talk benefits. First of all, it keeps your customer engaged. Instead of feeling ignored when their call doesn't get answered, they get an immediate response, which shows them that you're on top of things. This boosts your customer service game to a whole new level. Secondly, it helps you capture more leads. Every missed call is a potential opportunity, and this feature makes sure that none of them slip through the cracks. Thirdly, it saves you time. By automating the initial response, you can focus on what you do best, running your business, while the CRM handles the follow-up and any inquiries that come your way. Lastly, it enhances your professionalism. Instant responses create a positive impression and builds trust with your clients. In short, it's a small tweak with a massive impact. What's not to love? Alright, I promise to keep it real. And so we can talk about the cons and costs associated with the missed call text back feature. First off, there's a dependency on SMS delivery. Sometimes text messages can get delayed or even fail to send due to network issues. Then there's the cost factor. On top of the CRM software subscription packages, which may or may not include this feature, others might charge an extra for SMS usage, which can add up, especially if you're handling a high volume of missed calls. Another potential downside is the impersonal nature of automated text. While they are great for initial contact, some customers might prefer a more personal touch and prefer speaking to someone. Lastly, there's the risk of misconfiguration. If the feature isn't set up correctly, it could send out texts at the wrong times or to the wrong people, which could lead to confusion or frustration. It is all about finding the right balance and making sure this tool fits seamlessly into your workflow and is set up properly by the right company. Another less talked about issue is the need for a separate phone number. If your business doesn't already have a voice over IP number that integrates with the software, you often cannot use an existing mobile phone number and would need to be subscribed to a separate number for the missed call text back feature to work. The charges for an VoIP or voice over IP number is minimal, at around $1 to $5 a month. You would then need to update the number you share online to your customers, and in any marketing material you have to take advantage of the missed call text back feature. Once you have that number, to comply with telecommunication policies, the number needs to be registered for A2P in order to be able to send automated text messages to customers, which has a registration charge of one time around $20 to $30 and will take anywhere from a few days to a week to approve. I won't go details into about the registration process. There are plenty of platform and specific guides out there to follow if you need to go through the process. Now, let's dive into some of the real-world use cases for the missed call text back feature. Picture this. You're a busy real estate agent juggling multiple clients. You are in a meeting and miss a call from a potential buyer. Instead of losing their interest, they immediately get a text saying that you will get back to them. It keeps them engaged and reassured. Another scenario. You run into a dental practice, and during peak hours, your receptionist can't answer every call. With this feature, patients who miss connecting with you get an instant text to reschedule or leave a message, enhancing your customer service without extra staff. It's also great for small businesses like boutique shops or service providers who often miss calls while serving in-store customers or just doing your job. The text back feature ensures that no potential sale or client inquiry goes unattended. Whether you're in healthcare, retail, or services, this feature bridges the gap and keeps the communication line open, ensuring that you never miss a business opportunity. Let's be real. If you want to set up the missed call text back feature, you will want to customize it and set it up to reflect the character of your business with a hint of personal touch. That way customers feel great interacting with your business. Any CRM or missed call text back platform that is worth considering will allow you to get into the nuts and bolts of customization and settings for the missed call text back feature. It shouldn't be a one-size-fits-all solution. You can tailor it to meet your specific business needs and communication style. Start with customizing the automated text message. You can craft a friendly, personalized message that resonates with your brand's voice. Something like, "Hi there, we missed your call, but we'll get back to you shortly. Thanks for reaching out, John." Next, you should be able to adjust the timing and conditions for when the text should be sent. Do you want the message to go out immediately after a missed call? Or would you like a slight delay, making it more appropriate and human-like? You can set these preferences to match your business needs and hours. Also, consider setting different messages based on the time of the day. For example, after business hours, you might want to include information about when you'll be available to respond. Additionally, advanced software systems allow for integration with other tools and platforms. You can link the missed call text back feature with your calendar or booking system, automatically including a link for customers to schedule an appointment. This level of customization ensures that the feature works seamlessly within your specific business context, enhancing efficiency and customer satisfaction. Alright, now let's talk about the best practices for getting the most out of the missed call text back feature. To start, keep your automated messages short, friendly, and to the point. Personalization is key. Use the customer's name if possible, and ensure the message reflects your brand's tone. Next, consider timing. Set your text messages to be sent immediately after a missed call to keep the customer engaged. However, be mindful of after-hours calls. You might want to include information on your operating hours and when they can expect a follow-up. Another tip is to regularly review and update your message content. As your business evolves, so should your communication. Make sure your messages are relevant and convey the right information. Integrate the feature with your CRM's reporting tool. Track the performance of your text messages and see how many are sent, the response rate, and customer feedback. Use this data to tweak and improve your strategy over time. It is also a good idea to set up an escalation process for urgent matters that will need immediate attention. If a customer message indicates an urgent need, have a system in place to prioritize these follow-ups. Always ensure compliance with local regulations regarding automated messaging. Make sure you have the necessary consent from customers to send them texts. Finally, make sure to test the settings thoroughly to ensure that everything runs smoothly and adjust as needed based on feedback and usage. By following these best practices, you'll maximize the effectiveness of the missed call text back feature, ensuring it enhances the customer service and supports your business goals seamlessly. When it comes to software, as great as it is not perfect. There can be glitches, so we need to be able to troubleshoot common issues you might encounter with the missed call text back feature. Even the best tools can have hiccups, but knowing how to address them can save you time and frustration. One of the most common issue that's typically encountered is messages not being sent. This could be due to network issues, incorrect settings, or expired service plan. The first thing you should do is to check your network connection, then verify that your SMS service plan is active and that the settings within the software are configured correctly. You may also want to ensure that the phone numbers being used are in the correct format. Second thing that you may encounter is delayed messages. This can be caused by high network traffic or issues with just the SMS gateway, which can cause delays. Things you can do is to monitor the performance during peak hour. If delays persist, contact your provider to ensure there are no ongoing issues. Otherwise, there's really nothing else you can do on your part other than to wait for the congestion to ease. Third thing that can happen is incorrect message content. This can be caused by user error, by misconfiguration in the message template, or an error during customization. So the key here is to double check your message and template settings and make sure that all variables are inserted correctly. Test the message before sending it out to a test number and help catch errors before making it live. The fourth thing they can encounter is the messages just being sent at the wrong time. Once again, This could be user error due to incorrect timing settings or time zone misalignment. The solution here is to review your timing settings to ensure that messages are sent promptly and verify that your CRM time zone settings are aligned with your business hours and customer locations. The fifth thing is make sure that customer opt-outs are receiving messages all the time. The solution here is to make sure your messages are not spammy and respect your customer's inbox and time. Keep track of opt-out requests and ensure your system respects these preferences automatically. Regularly update your contact list to avoid sending messages to opt-out customers when setting up the missed call text back feature. Some troubleshooting tips that you can do to avoid any of these potential issues is to regularly test the missed call text back feature and ensure that it's working as expected. Use different scenarios to simulate real-world conditions to ensure that correct message is being sent out based on the context of the conversation. Second thing, just monitor the logs in your CRM system for any errors or warnings in the missed call text back feature, and this can help identify issues early before they escalate. Third thing, encourage customer feedback. Your customers are the one that experience your software with the automated text. Ask them for feedback and use those feedback to make any necessary adjustments. The fourth thing, this is a bonus pretty much. Utilize and familiarize yourself with the support resources provided with your CRM vendor or software provider, and this can include the knowledge bases, forums, and direct support channels. By being proactive and addressing common issues and doing proper setup, you can ensure that the missed call text back feature runs smoothly and continues to enhance your customer service efforts instead of being a hindrance. So, we've covered a lot of ground today about the missed call text back feature. To recap, we talked about why it's important and how it can transform your customer interactions by ensuring that no call goes unanswered. We walked through how a general setup should work, explored the benefits, discussed the cons and the costs involved, and looked at real-world use cases. We also delved into customization options, best practices, and how to troubleshoot common issues. I hope this video has helped you make a decision on missed call text back, and if you would like to implement it in your business. Now, if you would like us to implement missed call text back in your business and a ton of other automation features with AI, take a look in the description where you can find more information on how to find us, or just send us a direct message and we will get back to you as soon as we can. Remember, keeping your customers engaged and showing them that you care, even when you can't immediately answer their call, can make a significant difference in your business. The cost of not having missed call text back is far greater than the cost that you can incur by having the software subscription, which only costs a few $100s. In comparison, it can eliminate or reduce the hours you need to employ a front desk employee to answer calls, or even if you don't have one, which can cost you thousands of dollars a month. If you're ready to embrace your customer service and capture more leads, give this feature a try, and don't forget to check out additional resources from your software provider if you need any specific help along the way. Engage with your customers like never before and watch your business grow. This is Blake from Baron to Busy Systems. If you'd like us to help you, give us a call and contact us. Otherwise, have yourself a wonderful day.